POV, you're desperate for answers, but instead of, you know, Googling it like a normal person, you decide to perform a ritual.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
One tiny problem, you forget to cleanse afterward. So, what happens when you skip the spiritual hand sanitizer? Let's see how things go down for our guy. Meet Morty. His parents were hardcore into the dark arts, but Morty? Not so much. He ditched the whole summoning demons family vibe, went to university, got rejected, like a lot, landed a job, somehow snagged a ridiculously attractive wife. Seriously, what's his secret? Had kids, and lived a pretty normal life. Until things got weird. One day, Morty gets the news. His parents have vanished without a trace. Of course he's worried. It's his parents. He spends days pestering the police, but it's like they evaporated. Morty's convinced they're still out there, but has no clue where. So, what does our guy do next? A. Forget about his obsessed parents and focus on his family. He hasn't been with them in days. B. Do a ritual to find answers. C. Spend all night doing more research. If you picked B, you're correct. So, there he was, in an abandoned house that had been there since he moved in. Morty sat in the middle of a salted circle with red candles, just like he'd seen his mom do. He wrote his parents' names on a piece of paper and burned it. Suddenly, he started chanting words he didn't recognize, continuing for several minutes before it stopped. That's when, out of nowhere, he saw a silhouette at the corner of his eye. Panicking, he ran out of the house. There is a practice called cleansing, which is used to ward off spirits that you call away from you. You've probably seen it in a Sam and Colby video. Without it, you get attachments, which are spirits that stick with you after confrontation, which is very, very bad. Let's go back to our boy. So after he ran out, he went back home but didn't tell anyone of what he saw or did. And it all seemed chill. He didn't feel anything for like a day or two. And he didn't ever think of going back row the house. Until it started. Scratches on his wall, but not large. Minor inconveniences that triggered his OCD, subtle marks on the wall all over his house. Then came the screaming. At night, every night. A little girl's scream is heard, a very haunting scream that wakes him up in cold sweat. His wife asks him what's wrong every time, but he kept saying it was a nightmare. Paranoia hit hard as he felt a sense of being followed. He started to see shadow figures around the house. Soon he couldn't live with his family and was deemed unwell and mentally unstable. Fast forward a week later in the mental. We see our boy with torn up clothes and shaking with dilated eyes, looking terrified. Terrified. Preachers came and tried spiritual cleansing, but to no avail. The spirit had stayed for too long and had made itself a part of his soul. Until finally, he disappeared. Nowhere to his family taught that he was dead and held a burial for him. And neither he nor his parents were ever seen again. So next time you perform a ritual, cleanse after.